Yes, people. What's going on? If you got Talk Football, we're back again with another video. And guys, Arsenal held on to what was it wasn't as exciting as you guys would have expected. And there's many reasons why. I can explain. The reason why it was not as exciting as you guys were expecting is because we are not Liverpool Football Club, ladies and gentlemen. We do not play an open, expansive game where we're going to try to go at you for the whole 90 minutes. We try to control the game, and in trying to control the game, we played a very pragmatic approach. Let's be honest, that was our best game at the Etihad in about several years now, 7 or 8 years. Every year seems to be City break us open, and somehow the game ends in an embarrassing scoreline. So I am not too upset with the overall performance and the draw. Maybe we could have been a little bit more brave. Maybe we could have been a little bit more clinical. I thought Gabriel Jesus had the plethora of the chances went to Gabriel Jesus, and unfortunately, he did not capitalize on those chances. We know Bukayo Saka had himself a poor game, but he might have actually picked up an injury or might still be injured from the previous game. And all of that being said, I just look at this game and I say to myself, we still leave ourselves in a positive situation. Even though we drew and we didn't win, we still leave ourselves in a really good situation. We're only 2 points behind Liverpool. We're still one of the main teams up there, and we haven't lost to either City or Liverpool this season. So if that should mean something to all of us. But of course, we're gonna get into it. Yeah, people are saying it's a bore fest. What did you expect? You were not gonna get a game in which both teams went at each other trying to swing. It was always going to be a situation like that. People saying you parked the bus. Of course, we had to. We weren't going to come there and try to outplay them. That doesn't happen at the Etihad. The reality situation is we tried to play a control game. We just never ended up getting the goal. I think overall it was a good decision, and it was a tactical game. And we did not end up getting that goal, but we still did not give them too many chances at our goal. I felt like we did a good job holding them back. In the first half, they only had 4 touches in our box. Literally only 4 touches in our box the whole first half. To end the game, the entirety of the game, they only had 40 touches in our box. Like they had majority of the possession. When I say 72% of the possession, we did not try to come there and dominate possession at all. But what we did do, and I think we did it well, was we were very resolute defensively. And we did not give them too many good chances at our goal. Because with their 12 shots, they only had 1 shot on target. With all the opportunities they had, we kept Erling Haaland quiet again. That's 3 games in a row where Erling Haaland has been quiet. I think we did what we had to do. And to be fair, we were never going to come there and try to go blow for blow with Manchester City. I think that would have been naive, and that would have been dumb to do. But yeah, what you saying, Matt? We got Matt in the building also. People in the chat, let me know what you guys are saying in the comment section. As of course, a lot of you guys are thinking, Iga, what did you guys do? What did you guys do today? Well, we went to the Etihad. We got a clean sheet. I don't know when the last time any team went to the Etihad and got a clean sheet. That is something to hold on to. On top of that, yes, it's drop points in the title race, but we're against our title rivals. This was a 6-pointer. Worst thing we could do is lose. So we didn't lose. And of course, it's not at home. We're away. We're the underdogs. To come away with a point at the Etihad is not a bad point. I'm not upset with that at all. We're still only 2 points behind Liverpool. There's enough games to still catch up. We haven't even hit the 30 game mark yet, so I'm good. I'm chilling. What are you saying? What are you saying, Matt? How you feeling?
Do you know what? Like, I'm actually quite happy with that. Because we've taken 4 points from Man City and we've taken 4 points from Liverpool. And in title races, I think it's important that you don't lose away to your main competitors. And like, I think we've, kind of nailed that. But it kind of leaves us in a position where we have to win every single game from here till the end of the season. Like, I don't think we could even drop a game like in terms of a draw. And we've got to still go to Man United, and we still got to go to Tottenham. But I'm still very confident of that. But like on the game, it's very tactical. Both teams kind of cancelled out each other. I kind of think the plan was to go there and to not lose. Like, if we got a goal or 3 points, that's a bonus. But I think the main plan was to go there and not lose.
Hello, Matt?
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. I think I plugged out my mic.
No worries, continue.
Um, I thought Saliba and Gabriel were sensational. They really were. They locked up Erling Haaland, and like we saw a massive difference compared to last season in that it was Rob Holding versus Haaland, and it just it just didn't end well. But when Saliba steps in, Haaland can't do anything. Like we played Man City 3 times this season, including the Community Shield, and in all 3 games, Haaland's done nothing. He didn't get a shot on target. So I think it's massive props to the defense for that performance. I think with the Trossard chance, I think he should have done a bit better on that because he kind of just hit it straight at Ortega. Like if he hit it bottom corner, I think that probably would have gone in because he was quite close to the goal. I just think if he hit that low,
I
I
think
think
he
he might
tried
have
to get
caught
it
that.
into the top of the roof of
Yeah,
the net.
yeah. Like I mean, he had a lot of sort of opportunities where he could have either passed it to I think Saka, who was on the other side, or he could have gone high or low. But he went straight at the keeper, unfortunately. I thought Odegaard this game. I think he kind of let me down a bit. Like his through ball
We're gonna
passing.
we're gonna we're gonna get into individuals
Yeah.
in a second, but before we go any further, people do me a favor, hit that like button. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a penny. And also, let's get into what happened in the first half because it was a KG first half. The first half was a situation where I was looking at it, and did you know in the first half we actually kept Manchester City relatively quiet, even though they had majority of the possession in the first half. The statistical outlet showed that they had 4 shots, we had 4 shots. We actually had more touches in their box than they did in that first half. They only had 4 touches in our box, even though it seemed like they had majority of the possession, majority of the ball, and everything else. We did not really give them. They did not really give us too many problems in the first half, and that first half showed that we were going to be very standoffish. We were going to try to counter, but we just didn't have the pace, and Bukayo Saka was not on it today. He was not on it. It was not his day. Bukayo Saka was extremely poor. I think if you look back at it, there was a cross from Ben White, Gabriel Jesus. He had a chance early in the game, should have capitalized. There was also another chance from Gabriel Jesus where Bukayo Saka cut it to him, couldn't capitalize on that also. It just seemed like every time we were in their box, the ball would fall to Gabriel Jesus's feet. And it led to numerous opportunities where we could have done something, but we didn't capitalize. And the KG first half, I can't even remember too many chances Man City created in that first half. Like, I think they had a shot from distance that Foden took. Rodri, Haaland, and Ake had chances, but that was it. First half, what did you think of that first half? Because to
Yeah,
me,
no, we
the
sort
first
of
half was basically how I knew the game was going to go that way the whole second half also.
Yeah, no, we sort of essentially forced them wide, and I think that their wide players couldn't really do anything against. I think it was Kivior and Ben White. They kind of struggled. Like kind of in that first half, it got a bit sketchy because I was like, oh, I'm not sure this play style, is gonna work. But heading into halftime, like I was, fairly confident that we would try and score like a late goal at the end. But yeah, first half we had a few chances, and I just think that we weren't up to the gears that we should have been at. But it was a decent half.
You know what? Did Arteta show City too much respect?
No, no, because I think he came here with a plan, and I think that was the plan. Like, if we went guns blazing or like a little bit of guns blazing, I think we probably would have got caught on the counter, and potentially have gone a goal down. So I'm glad he kind of approached the game like this. It was just a shame that we couldn't get that late goal.
The reason why I asked that is because could we have later in the game tried to go for a little bit more? Because I felt like even late in the game, we were just defending for our lives. We weren't really pushing. The whole second half, we had 2 shots the entirety of the second half, and one of them was the Trossard chance and the Martinelli chance in the 80th minute. Did we really push for it at all in the second half? Besides maybe we tried to push for it late in the game if you count when Martinelli and Trossard came on. But did you really think we really went for it? Or did you think this was a game where when it got later and later, we played for the draw? Because it seemed like we
What
played
I
for the
thought would happen was that Martinelli would come on at around the 60th minute, and I thought that we could have utilized him and the pace in behind, and probably threatened them quite badly. But he came on quite late, and he didn't look great, and I think he looked quite rusty. Like he had that chance that I think it was Declan Rice at like the 90th minute. Rice lofted past him, but Martinelli was onside, which is actually quite good. But he just couldn't get the touch right, and I think that costed him.
people saying, okay, what about okay? So let's talk about the league table now. Liverpool are top of the league now. Liverpool are top of the league now, and we got here genuine question. Egal, do you still believe Liverpool aren't an issue, and it's only you and City? This because we fell off. Will fall off. Liverpool showed today that they're still very vulnerable, and that Brighton side gave you guys a really tough game. So I am not thinking that Liverpool is now going to go and win every game. There's still going to be more hiccups in this league. Now, is it that Arsenal are third in the league standings? No, we're still second. I still believe Arsenal can still go on to win it. Did I somewhat was I somewhat passive of Liverpool? Yes, and I thought by this point in the season you guys would have already dropped off, but no, you haven't. And I'll give it up to you guys. Liverpool is still playing well, and they're inevitable. They continuously find ways to win, and it's extremely annoying. It is extremely annoying. But
It's
you know
still
what
a
else?
three-horse race. It's like
Yes,
it kind of always has been a three-horse race, in my opinion.
it has, and it still will be. Unfortunately, Liverpool is not going away, and Man City don't seem to be going away. And Arsenal definitely. I don't want Arsenal to go away, obviously. But if anybody would drop off, everyone expects Arsenal to drop off at this point, not
Yeah.
Liverpool. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. What did you think of Thomas Partey's performance coming in as a substitute in the 60th minute? I thought Thomas Partey being added to the game and Tomiyasu being added to the game. Was it more defensive? Because Jorginho, when he had the ball, I felt like we tried to hold on to position a little bit more. With Partey there, he was really just running around trying to defend.
It's kind of clear that Partey is taking a long time to get back to what we saw of him originally, because he's had like 3 or 4 games of like coming on as a sub for like 20 odd minutes, and I just think that he still isn't ready, which kind of concerns me because I kind of think Arteta thought he would have been ready to like start this game. So the fact that he's kind of still struggling, I think kind of worries me. Like heading to this running, but I did see a bit of positives from him. Some passes he made were very good, but I just kind of think his overall performance was him just kind of running around, like you said.
You know what? Before the game, everyone was saying credit to City and credit to Arsenal's defense. But today, literally, it was the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. And I think the draw is justified. I honestly do believe the draw is justified result. I think it's a fair result based on the fact that City, as much as they had majority of the ball, we neutralized them. And as much as we tried to do something, they neutralized us. So I feel like a draw is a justified result. I think anyone who's sitting here saying Man City should have won that game, did they really threaten us enough to say they deserve to win? Who deserved to win in your books?
We had more shots on target, by the way. Like
I know, but I'm not sitting here saying we deserve to
we
win.
had half of their shots, but
So you think
we
you
kind
think
of
we
had the
deserve to
better
beat them?
chances.
Okay, so who deserved it more in your opinion?
Neither.
I think the draw is fair.
I felt like a draw was the fair result.
Okay, so yeah, we agree.
Yeah.
Because I think a draw was a fair result, and I definitely do think Man City did not do enough to
No.
break us down. Like, really,
They didn't trouble us at all, really.
how many chances did they really have with us? In the
They had,
second
I
half, they
think,
had
one
8
clear
shots, none of them on target.
They had one clear chance, and that was God, I think it was in the first half that they had the like big chance.
Okay, so now
let me go on. Hold up.
Let's see what people in the comment section are saying. Iga Partey, Partey forgot how to play football. Yeah, no, Partey was poor today. Tomiyasu came on. I didn't really notice too much of a difference. I don't know about you, but I didn't really notice too much of a difference. We got to talk about we got to talk about Saka, because everyone's saying Saka went missing. The reality situation is Saka looked injured. Saka looked injured. He did not look right. He was off the whole entire day. Majority of the day he was off, and then he limped off. He limped off injured in the 77th minute. He limped off injured. I don't know
if you looked in the training videos. Saka had strapping on his hamstring. I think it was Friday's training video. I think it was. So, and then on Saturday's training video, he didn't have it. But it's clear that he just wasn't fit, because, like, we kind of didn't see that like explosive dribbling that we see from him. And him coming off at halftime, or no, it wasn't halftime. It was
77th minute.
It wasn't.
You see it right there.
Sub. Yeah. It wasn't a tactical sub. I think it's kind of taking him off because we've got a game against Luton on Wednesday. So I think that was kind of the right decision to make, and then obviously put Martinelli on.
Okay. Man of the match was given to Saliba, and I think deservedly so. I'm just gonna show you guys the numbers. William Saliba, both Saliba and Gabriel deserved it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyone who wants us to spend a whole op system on Saka, we'll talk about it on another day, because Bukayo Saka is just one part of this game. There's also the positives. Saliba's performance today, Gabriel Magalhaes' performance also. Saliba was given man of the match this afternoon, as he had the most duels won, he had the most possession won, he had the most successful passes, he has the most tackles, and of course he also had the most touches in the game. If I'm not mistaken, this was a great performance from Saliba overall. But one thing I want to know is, could we have approached the game differently, or do you think this was always going to be the game plan? Because even with Saliba,
correct game plan. Yeah.
With Saliba and Gabriel and how we've built this team, was it to neutralize great teams more than actually try to go at them? Because I don't think our attack is anywhere near the level of our defense. Our best players are Saliba, Gabriel, Declan Rice. So it makes sense.
Yeah, agreed.
Now, if I didn't mention, he also had 5 clearances, 4 headers, 9 defensive actions, 8 recoveries. William Saliba was all over the place. And I don't think there's anybody else who's more deserving of man of the match than him. If you want, you can maybe say Gabriel Magalhaes is a close second, but that's pretty much it, in my opinion, when it comes to man of the match candidates. Anybody else who you guys want to nominate, let me know in the comment section. Of course, we know the game ended in a draw. Let me ask you this. Is it that I just want to know, like, what was up with Saka today? Genuinely. You think it's a hamstring?
I just think he probably shouldn't have started the game. I think if he came on as a sub, probably would have been better. But he started the game and pretty much played the majority of the game. I don't think we're going to see him against Luton, just because he came off early, and Arteta doesn't really take off Saka unless we're kind of smacking the team 6-0. So the fact that he took him off, I mean, it's not concerning, but I don't feel like he'll feature in the Luton game. I feel like we're probably going to see Jesus and Martinelli play.
Yeah, you know something, man. It's just unfortunate because it's such a late part of the season. Last thing we want is for him to be out for a decent
for a long time for us as well.
Yeah, last thing we want is for it to be thing. But then we got to talk about the next thing. Is that a decent point from now until the end of the season, or could that be like a nail in the coffin? What do you think?
I don't think you can look at this result as 2 points lost. I think you got to have it was a very good point, because it's not, every day
So you're
that
saying 1 point
Man
gained?
City. Sorry.
You're saying 1 point gained.
Yeah, 1 point gain, 100%. Because although I was quietly confident heading into this game, I'd rather take a 0-0 than a 1-0 loss right at the end. Like if we tried to go for it and we fucked up our attack and then we got caught on a counter attack and then they scored, I'd be fuming. So the fact that we kept it at 0-0, I think I'll take that, to be honest. Like I
Yeah,
think
bro.
most people will take that as 1 point gained.
You wanna know something? If you would have told me at the beginning of the season that we were going to go undefeated versus our title rivals, Liverpool
Yeah,
and Man City, I think every single one of us would have taken that. No?
we've got 4 points from Man City and 4 points from Liverpool. That's 8 points in total. And I believe Liverpool and Man City have drawn twice against each other. So they've only got 2 points in each of their games against each other. And we've got 8. We've got 8 points. So I'll take that. Like
Surely this will help us secure the league title. I know it's so late and you can't look back at games that have already happened and you need to look forward at the next couple of games. But surely this difference in the fact that we've taken these many points off them should
I
help
think
us.
that 1-1 kind of hurts me a little bit, but we was going through a rough patch at that time. And to
That
get
started the rough patch, I think.
sorry?
That game basically started the rough patch.
Yeah, and like to get 1 point at Anfield, is all right. But
If I told
I
you at the
kind of
beginning of
think
the
that
season,
main sort of result is that 1-0 against Manchester City. That 1-0, I think, is massive. That really is massive because this season we've absolutely neutralized Man City. Like they haven't scored a goal against us, and like that's incredible
I
considering.
think the only goal they scored was in the Community Shield.
Yeah. Like, and that doesn't really count as Premier League season, but yeah, like that's
You know
kind of
something?
impressive.
People keep saying it's a boring game. Do you care more about entertainment or do you care more about winning? Because if
I
that
mean,
is if that's the only way that we could have played against Man City, because I don't know if Mikel Arteta and these guys would have been able to go back and forth. Try to you score, we score, you score, we score. Could we do that? Could we go and do a basketball game like Liverpool did?
we tried playing our football last season against Manchester City, and we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it. So this season, we've tried something a little bit differently, and the points we've gained. So again, like if we played exciting football but lost, I wouldn't want that. One, I'm not a Tottenham fan. Two, we're in a title race here. We're not in a top 4 race. So I think that kind of like any point gain against a top side like a Man City, I think is crucial. We ain't Tottenham here. We
Nah,
play exciting football and we win.
Okay, but then the thing is, talking about Tottenham and everybody else, the advantage is now Liverpool's.
Somewhat, yeah.
We've handed Liverpool an advantage in the league title race.
But I feel like we're better at chasing because when we're first, I don't know, like I feel like Arteta will prefer to be chasing rather than be chased. Because obviously we saw what happened last season, and Liverpool don't exactly have there's 1 or 2 fixtures that could be like a drop points, and that is Everton away. I can't remember who else they
Man
got.
United.
Yeah. And Man United next week, and I feel like, I mean, Man United. I don't really know what Man United turns up, but if the Man United that beat Liverpool in the cup turn up, I reckon Man United could scrape a win. If Man United, the Brentford turn up, then it's long for them, isn't it? Like,
You know what? We cannot control what Liverpool does.
yeah,
From
no,
now
exactly.
to the end of the season, all we can do is control what we do. We just need to stay within. We need to stay within grasp of getting the league title. As long as we're still within grasp, there's a part, then we can do it. If there's a situation where they slip up, we're going to be there to pounce. Because now it's a situation where if we continue to pick up our points and they slip up, they go 1 point behind us. We just can't drop any more points. Man United away, we have to win. Aston Villa at home, we have to win. Brighton away, we have to win. These are some tough games coming up. These are some tough games coming up. Luckily, off the back of the Man City game, we now can chill. We have Luton. Right?
Yeah.
Let me just look at some of these schedules first. So off the back of the Man City game, we now have Brighton, then Bayern. Ooh. Wait, we got Luton, Brighton, then Bayern. So we play Luton Wednesday. We play Bayern on what is that, Saturday?
Wait, what? Bayern on Saturday?
No, we play Brighton. I mean, so what's the schedule again? What's Arsenal's schedule? 1 second. Arsenal schedule right now.
Bayern on Tuesday.
Yeah, so we play Luton on Wednesday. We play Bayern. We play Brighton on Saturday, and then we play Bayern on Tuesday. So in a game span of in the next, what is that, 10 days, 11 days, we have 3 games. We need to we need to get ourselves refocused, re-ready, because this point against City, we can't look at it as something negative. It is a positive, net positive.
This month particularly, the month coming up for April is massive for us because we've got, I think, 9 games. And like, if we win all of those, we're in good stead in the title race and in the Champions League. Like,
stop hoping
this month
Liverpool
probably could decide.
Stop hoping Liverpool will drop points. I'm just focusing on myself.
Yeah,
I don't really care. We cannot focus on Liverpool.
They struggled against Brighton, so I'm not.
We can't even watch Liverpool's games. The reality is, we just need to focus on our thing, and we're gonna be in and about. At this moment in time, a lot of people counted us out after we lost to Fulham and West Ham. That's the reality. We're still in the mix. All we have to do is still stay in the mix. We cannot control our own destiny. Unfortunately, that is now gone. We don't control our own destiny anymore. That is the negative. Now, bringing it to we've already spoken about the chess match. We spoke about keeping Erling Haaland quiet. Erling Haaland has been kept quiet for the 3rd successive game this season. Can we talk about Anthony Taylor? Anthony Taylor kept his card in his pocket, and it really benefited us today.
You know what? I didn't mind that. I didn't mind that.
Anthony Taylor's performance today really benefited Arsenal.
Yeah.
I cannot
lie.
There
were a lot of decisions that went.
There was 4 or 5 different opportunities where he could have gave out more, but he kept his card to himself. The game ended with how many fouls? How many fouls did we commit? We committed 20 fouls.
Let me check.
We committed 20 fouls.
We committed 20 fouls and they committed 9.
And we only got 2 yellow cards. The way that the game was refereed definitely favored Arsenal. I cannot sit here and lie to you. Anthony Taylor today, if there's City fans upset at the referee, I understand, because the performance he had, he was basically saying, I'm not going to impact the game. I'm going to let you guys play, and I'm just going to be here. But yeah, I didn't think there was any penalties or anything like that. Controversial, controversial.
That,
but he did swallow his whistle.
I think it was De Bruyne or Haaland. Like, that was not a penalty. That was not a penalty at all. He just, he literally just ran into Gabriel.
Yeah, you know what? We spoke about the substitutes, but do you feel like the substitutes impact the game at all?
I feel like Doku kind of
Trossard, Doku,
fullback more.
I don't think either substitutes really lit the game alight.
Yeah, no, they didn't really impact the game as so.
They didn't really change the game too much. Like, I thought the moment he brought on Grealish for Kovacic and Doku for thing, I'm like, yo, this is very extreme positive changes. Like,
Grealish, I got scared. As soon as he came on, I got scared because I was like, this motherfucker's gonna dive. He's gonna dive and they're gonna get a penalty. I was like, I just knew it was gonna happen, but thankfully it did not. because
And Arteta immediately made his change to counter that with Thomas Partey.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the moment Grealish came on, that's when Partey came on. I don't think he brought Partey on for his technical ability. I think he just brought him on for his legs. And then yeah. So let's now go through what do you call it? The final thing. 1 second before we do our player ratings for the day. We already spoke about
let's go for it.
Liverpool. Advantage Liverpool. We already spoke about that. Let's do the player ratings. I personally think the player ratings. I think everyone deserves some decent ratings today. It's not a situation where you can sit here and criticize the players too much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking about Arteta's game plan? What would you give Arteta's game plan? I'll give it a solid 7. It didn't work. It didn't really work to perfection because we didn't end up getting,
lose from it.
But we can't in a title race. You need to be a little bit more brave. I feel like we weren't brave enough.
Yeah. No, agreed.
We definitely were not brave enough to go push for it. We should have tried to push for it maybe a little bit more. But yeah, just to cover all our bases. Raya, what did you think of Raya's performance? I thought Raya was decent. I thought he was really good. He only had one save to make, but every time he came and collected those crosses, he came and he made sure he swept up as much as he could also, and he made one good save. So that save was crucial too because it was really close to him from that cross, and I thought it was going to go in, but he saved it. And I thought Raya, in a game where we faced a lot of defensive action, but we didn't give up too many chances. I'll give him a 7. Give him a 7. Give him a 7 out of 10. I think that's solid. Big up Don. Hope you're doing well. Big up Dan. Hope you're doing well. People in the chat, what are you saying? Haaland should have got a penalty.
No. See, this is what I'm saying. Ain't no way you should have got a penalty from that. No. The defenders easily got him.
What should Haaland have gotten a penalty for?
So it was when he had the ball and he turned. It was in our box. I think it was Gabriel who just there was a little bit of just poking around, but he pretty much got the ball and Haaland just dived after that.
Let me see if I can find
I think it was in the first half.
Not surprised. Haaland expects a penalty.
Early in the first half.
Rodri got a penalty for people. Didn't Rodri get a penalty for a similar thing against Man United?
Not sure.
Rodri got a similar penalty where it was like something soft. But hey, I'm happy they didn't give it. I didn't think it was a penalty either, so I'm not going to worry about that. Ben White, I thought Ben White was solid. Really good performance from Ben White. I would give him. He was really involved in the attack also, especially in the first half. He offered us a really good outlet. I would give him a 7 out of 10. What do you think of Ben White's performance?
I thought Ben White did well, to be honest. Yeah, 7. Yeah. No, I'm happy with that.
7 out of 10. Moving on to the next guy, William Saliba. William Saliba, one of the man of the matches in today's performance. He was absolutely outstanding. He was everywhere. He kept both Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland quiet for majority of the game. Monstrous performance from him. I would give him an 8 out of 10. And I think that's going to be like the highest rating we give today.
Yeah.
8 or 8.5 or 8. I'll give him an 8.5. I think best player on the pitch by far. Country mile, I think. But yeah, that's William Saliba for me. What do you guys think, people in chat? Can you join? Today is just literally just me and Matt. I will have an open call-in show very soon, I promise. Moving on to the next. Who do we need to talk about next? Next we gave Saliba 8.5. Gabriel Magalhaes. The reason why I gave Saliba 8.5 is because I want to give Gabriel Magalhaes an 8, and I thought he was just a little bit better. I thought Saliba was, but Gabriel Magalhaes, of course, huge performance from him, kept everybody quiet, and of course, he had a great block on Doku that was vital later at some point in the game later on, and also he kept Erling Haaland quiet. That physical battle with Erling Haaland that he always does. He always does really good in that physical battle with Erling Haaland. But yeah, what do you think?
I thought he did good, to be honest.
Would you give him an 8 though?
I'm tempted to give him the same as Saliba because both were just very good. Like, you could literally give man of the match to either one of them.
Fair enough. What did you think about KVR? I thought KVR struggled today a little bit at times with Bernardo Silva very early in the game, but then later on he was a little bit better. But the team overall was defending for 90 minutes, so it makes sense. He's going to get put into shaky situations. I'm going to give him a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, no, like I mean, I thought Kivior did okay, but Gabriel did have to help him out a little bit.
Good on you. Good on you, Dragonfish. Hope you're doing well. Guys, so we're just doing the player ratings. We've already done Saliba, Gabriel, Ben White, Tomiyasu. Sorry, not Tomiyasu. We've done KVR. Now we're
Yeah.
on to Jorginho. Not really Jorginho's best game. I'll give him a
I
6 out of
can't
10.
really remember. Oh, he had one error in the first half, I think it
He
was.
almost,
It was
bro,
quite
on
bad.
another day, he could
Yeah,
have had easily 2 yellows.
yeah, yeah. No, agreed.
He
He
had
he
himself a
he went
poor
crazy.
game. He had himself a poor game. Jorginho did not really work well today. And if I'm not mistaken, he committed that one dangerous foul that I was concerned about. But yeah, majority of the time he wasn't really doing well. And he's usually somebody who has really good pass accuracy, who gets a lot of touches, who's really on the ball. Wasn't really on the ball much today either. Only
Yeah,
22 touches for the whole 66 minutes he played. So
I'd probably
I'm
give him a
gonna give
5 out of
him
5.
I'm gonna give him a 5.5. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
5.5
fair.
for him today. Declan Rice,
I feel like he was
not
average. He was average, but
it wasn't his best
for his
game either.
standard, he was average.
It was a 6.5, 7 out of 10. He's better than Jorginho, so I'll give him a 7. But
Yeah,
it wasn't an 8. It wasn't his usual standout performances. He Let's be honest, Manchester City's midfield and team dominated the game. Declan Rice
yeah,
was mostly used as like a center back at times. Odegaard was the best creator and best attacking outlet we had the whole 90 minutes. His work rate impeccable. He created some good passes also, especially to Havertz, who Havertz just couldn't connect with Odegaard. They weren't in sync. That moment where he split the ball first half through the lines to Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz just didn't get the touch, and it went straight to the keeper. Missed opportunities. Saka was putting on a plate for Saka. Saka was then putting on a plate for Jesus on numerous occasions. Couldn't capitalize. I thought Odegaard was decent. I'll give him a 7, similar to Rice.
yeah, yeah. I agree with you there. Yeah, like he was decent. Like I think a few of his passes could have been better, and I think if they were better, we probably would have scored. Like if his pass was a bit better to Kai Havertz, I think Kai Havertz would have scored that. But yeah, like overall, a decent performance.
All right, fair. And then moving on to Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka was off today. He was not sharp. He didn't look match fit. His defensive work rate was there at least, but offensively didn't offer much. He created some good chances for Jesus, but we didn't get anything from them. And overall, if I'm going to give him a rating that's better than anybody else on the pitch, it would be harsh. I'm going to give him the lowest rating on the day. I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. I thought he was not the best player on the pitch today. He was quite poor. I give him a 5 out of 10.
Oh, I hate talking about Saka's poor performances because he's my guy, man. But like he he wasn't great, and I don't think he should have started either. To be honest, I think maybe a 5 is a bit harsh. I go 5 out of 5 because there were some moments where he was decent, and if he was up to his best, I think he probably would have done a lot better with his chances.
We just got an injury update on Bukayo Saka.
Oh no,
Arteta confirmed no issue with Bukayo Saka. He just went out today with fatigue, nothing serious.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Arteta said it himself.
I don't know about nothing. Well, yeah, I mean nothing serious. But he did have strapping on his hamstring in training. Um, I'm hoping he's resting for Luton, and I'm hoping he's back to his best against Luton, but he weren't great today. I don't really think it was fatigue because he didn't go on international duty. So I don't know how he could say it was fatigue.
We can't really dispute Arteta.
Yeah,
when
no, but like I don't think he can say it was fatigue though, because he didn't go on international duty. Kivior played 120 minutes, like each game. I think it was.
I don't know, mate. At this point, it just seems
I'm
like
happy it's nothing serious though.
I hope not. Yeah, that's the main thing. As long as it's not
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
serious and he's going to be available for the next game. But it's good to get an update and
yeah.
to find out that it's not a serious injury. That is an important thing. But yeah,
Mhm.
is the title race gone? No, the title race, we're
No,
still in it. People need to relax. People need to calm down.
this will go down to the last game of the season. I think.
Most likely, yes, that it will go down to the last game of the season.
Mhm.
Havertz. What are we gonna say about Havertz?
Again,
6. Nothing special. He good work rate, but didn't really do much.
yeah, yeah. No, I think a 6 is fair.
6
Like he wasn't the
actually,
worst player on the pitch, but he definitely wasn't the best, like by a mile.
we're giving
Yeah,
6s for average performances today. Jesus, terrible. I'm giving him 4. I thought
Jesus,
Jesus.
man.
I thought Jesus was our most threatening player, but also the most wasteful.
Do you know the one thing that really pisses me off with Jesus, and it's not he misses continuous chances. It's not even that. It's just those stupid, silly yellow cards. It really is. Like if he didn't have that yellow card, he would be stuck in challenges, and that probably would have helped us, out of possession.
And he picked the yellow card up defending, right?
Yeah. What? No. Like no. He picked a yellow card up for just kicking the ball out of play. I think it was.
I don't even remember, bro. All I know
Let
is
me. Let me.
I remember Jesus picking up a yellow, and it was
67.
like, what the hell did he do? I think I looked away for a second. I don't even remember what he picked up the yellow for. But yeah,
67 minutes. Hold up. So
what
Jesus petulantly throws the ball away as City wait to take a free kick. It's a daft move, really, and the Arsenal man picks up booking. Yeah, like he literally just like so. It was when Man City had a free kick. Like I think it was around their goalkeeper area, and Jesus just throws the ball. Like just give them the ball, man. Like there's no need to just pick up a yellow card for that. Like really.
that shit, man, that shit. And you know what? We're gonna look back at this game and we're just gonna see all those missed chances from Jesus. I'm just giving him a low rating because of that. But overall, he was threatening. So I'll give him
Yeah.
a 5. I'll give him a 5, same as Saka. Moving on to Tomiyasu, he played for a decent time. He came on, he was decent. Give him a 6. Thomas Partey, he came on, he was okay, but didn't look his best. I'll give him a 5. Trossard should have done better with the chance that he had late in the game. I'll give him a 5.5. I think he definitely could have done much better. Martinelli, he had a few minutes. Can't really rate him too much. How long did Martinelli play?
Like 15 minutes.
He didn't really do anything in those 15 minutes. He didn't really get a chance.
He had that one chance, and I don't think he knew he was onside because I thought he was offside. And then I think it was the commentators that said he was onside. And he just didn't know what to do with it.
That chance that came before Trossard's chance was honestly nothing came from it though. It is what it is. This is just one of those games, man. It's one of those games where it's very cagey. Both teams have chances to win, but neither team really capitalizes. And then you look back at it at the end of the season, and you see yourself, looking at it right now, it doesn't seem like a bad missed opportunity, but come the end of the season, it could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I hear.
It really could be a bad missed opportunity. But hey, that's it for today. Very, very dull, boring, tactical, but at least we got it done. And you want to know something, guys? I'm not going to be doing vibes from the 6 today. I'm going to be doing vibes from the 6 tomorrow, 8 o'clock after the football terrace. But for now, I'll leave you guys be. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Hopefully, we catch you guys on the next video. And I'm going to set you guys up to go to Judge Mo's channel. That's going to be starting at 7:30. So you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. I'm out, people. Love for the love. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Matt, thank you for joining us. And yeah,
Well, good.
0-0 at the end. As long as we didn't lose, I'm not complaining too much.